Cricket is my passion and I cannot avoid it.
Good evening to one and all, to another episode of Cricket Talks with Sajan. Today I have a very special personality from South Africa. He has played for more than 25 teams across the world in different franchises, different counties, has done exceptionally well for South Africa in the white ball cricket. We have none other than Imran Tahir. Assalamu alaikum, Imran Tahir.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Anis bhai, thanks for having me in your program.
Oh, it's more than a pleasure. In fact, you are more than like a younger brother, and it's all my pleasure to have you and discuss about you and how about your cricket has been gone so far. So tell me something, how has been your journey in this last 2 months in this COVID period?
Look, it's been tough. I'm sure it's been tough for everyone all over the world. Is something which obviously nothing we can do about it, and it's not in our hands. I'm like another people who can pray to Allah, and then I hope that this thing can go away. It's been really difficult. Obviously, you can't practice and you can't live your life how you want to. You need to be very disciplined. And then unfortunately, I was playing in PSL and I had to stay back in Pakistan. But luckily my family was here, which was the very plus point for me and for them. Otherwise, I think it couldn't be very, very difficult for us. And I think I won't cope with it if I had to see my family in South Africa and I stuck here. But Alhamdulillah, look, like I said, you have to adopt what the situation has been and live the life according to that, and that's what we've been doing. And that's through your program, I think that's the message I can give all the youngsters, obviously, who desperate to want to go and practice. But if they're going somewhere, they need to be obviously follow the rule and regulation, and even though they go for run.
Very rightly said, Imran bhai. Most importantly, as you said, that you have been lucky that you have Bhabi Sumaya and your lovely son Gibran along with you. Otherwise, there are a lot of people who have been disconnected with their family.
Yeah, no, that's true. In that case, I feel really lucky. And like I said to you, I'm really grateful to Allah Pak that they're here with me, and at least we're together, in this difficult time. And otherwise, it could have been really worse.
And since we are mentioning about your family, I believe it's Bhabi Sumaya which brought you closer to South African cricket when you were playing the Under-19 World Cup.
Yes, her family do follow cricket. I don't think she followed that much when I met her, but I think it took her some time to understand. But I'm actually very pleased and happy that I think with my performances, she noticing what cricket is all about.
In fact, when you were doing so well in your local cricket in South Africa, you were supposed to be picked for South Africa earlier, but probably that you couldn't be selected because they had not finished that protocol, or I don't know that what you call it is. You're not finished that eligibility to qualify to play for South Africa, if I'm not right.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It was 3 years I spent in South Africa after I got married to Sumaya, and then that time, because I was doing well, Mickey Arthur was the coach and Graham Smith, he was the captain, and then they picked me for a test against England at Wanderers, but then they didn't know that I hold the South African passport or not, and they only found out after. But they did call me for the camp, and I went and bowled, and I bowled really well, and they were very happy and pleased to see me. And they really wanted me to play that time, but unfortunately, that was the law of the country, which everyone has to follow. And then, I was quite sad, but I think it was something which was not in my hands.
Now, when you first got your chance to play Test cricket, it was in the year 2011, which was against West Indies. It was against Australia. So how was that experience playing that first Test match? Because I know it was a Test match which got over in 3 days' time. Tell us something about that Test match.
I got picked for South Africa for red ball, but then after the World Cup, they picked me for the Test series as well, and I think they had believed that I could do something special in the bowling attack, which I really appreciate for their trust. And I played my first test in Newlands, and to be honest with you, I didn't have to do much because it was only Dale Steyn and Vernon Philander. They took most of the wickets, and I think I was a wicketless. I didn't get any wicket, and it was a good test match. So I was my first test match. We won against Australia, so it was quite good one. But look, not from the personal point, my performance point of view, but then as a team we won. So that's more important than your personal point of view. That's, I think, I believe as well.
But you can't blame the spinner for it, because when you have fast bowlers like Vernon Philander and Dale Steyn bowling out the opposition for 47, a spinner doesn't get a chance to do anything. And it was a sweet memory for that. Your team went on to win that match.
Yes, yeah, no, it was lovely. I remember first test, couldn't sleep, obviously the night before and few days before, and that's been the case in all my test career. You know, I feel like I did not enjoy as much as I wanted to, because the purely reason for that, because I am always been an attacking bowler, and adopting that in test cricket, I have to change my style, which I think I was not comfortable with. But look, I played most of my test cricket on a flat tracks, which is not an excuse, and I'm not a guy who like to give excuses. I just think that wherever I went and ball on the spinning tracks, my record is very good. Especially the last series I played against India in India, I was the best bowler for South Africa, and I never had a chance to play for South Africa again, which is very surprising and very shocking. So, I mean, look, I'm pleased like I did. Whatever the test cricket I had to play for South Africa, in my heart, I know that I was very loyal to it, and I tried to justify my role for the team, and I'm sure the boys knew that, you know, I gave my 100%, and that's the most satisfying thing for me in my test career.
You see, Imran, you already proved that you are a good test player when in Dubai. I remember, because I was there at the venue where in the against Pakistan, a spinner picking up 5 wickets in the first innings on the first day on a track of Dubai, where you picked up 5 wickets, which had wickets of Misbahullah, Asad Shafiq, and you bowled Pakistan out for 99, which paid victory for South Africa. You remember that test match?
I never forget that. That was my first 5 wickets haul and in test cricket, and that was against Pakistan and the players who I played against. So it was very special one. I got in that test, I got Misbah, Yunus, Asad Shafiq, you mentioned, and they all very good player of spin, best in the world. And when I got them out, I was really pleased, especially Yunus Khan and Misbah, because they were renowned playing against spin. It was one of the best moments in my test career. Like you mentioned, it was really flat deck, because I think we scored 600 in the first inning, and we bowled them out 99. And we end up winning that test match by inning. So it was a good test match, which I probably never forget.
I remember that match. Graham Smith probably scoring a double 100, and even De Villiers scoring a 100.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
So that showed that Imran Tahir had the talent. He probably needed the right wickets, because generally when you see in South Africa, there is pace, there's bounce, there's spicy wickets. So there's not a lot a spinner can do, especially in test cricket, the red ball.
Yes, so that's what I said. Look, it's not an excuse. I tried my best, but look, if the wickets weren't allowing me to bowl even on the 4th day, the ball wasn't turning. So I mean, it's nothing I can do about it, apart of just bowling line length, and it's very difficult when all the fielders are up and you're trying to bowl on the flat rack. But obviously you have to adjust with, and you have to change yourself according to the cricket you're playing. But like I said, look, I am very happy and I'm very satisfying. Whatever I did, I did it from my heart, and I tried my best to perform as well as I can for South Africa.
Tell me something. Who was your inspiration? Because you were bowling leg spin, and leg spin bowling is an art. So was there some bowler you were having in your mind, or somebody inspire you to bowl leg spin?
Look, as a leg spinner growing up, there is only one name I wanted to be, and I'm sure you know that the great legendary Abdul Qadir. And the reason I wanted to be like him, because in his era he was the spinner. No one knew what he's doing with the ball, and that is amazing, you know. the guy who's spinner, who's not going to bowl you a bouncer, not going to scare you, but he's still getting you out. That's absolute amazing art. And I always look up to him as a person as well. And I'm lucky enough to be in very close to him. Allah Pak give him Jannatul Firdaus, because he passed away recently. And I've been keeping contact with his family because, I'm really grateful to his son, Imran Qadir, and really grateful to Mr. Abdul Qadir. He helped me a lot, made me the same bowler as he was him, because that's my belief as well. Allah Pak made all of us different, and we need to see how we can be successful what we have, not what others have, because that's what where we can get mixed up, and then that's where you can obviously go down in your career. If I wanted to bowl like Abdul Qadir, I wanted to bowl like Shane Warne, I think I probably won't be there where I am today. So that's the thing I am trying to always tell to the youngsters, and this is my message through your program, that the youngsters must listen to it, and they always work how they can be successful what they have. Because if I copy Shane Warne, because he was the best bowler in this decade, like bowling leg spin only and getting everyone out, where Abdul Qadir was with his variations and stuff, best in his way, and Shane Warne was best in his way. So I don't want it to be one of them. I want it to be me, who I am. And Alhamdulillah, but I learned from them. So they were very kind to me, even Shane Warne. I have a lot of respect for him. And if I see him anywhere, I will go run and hug him, because he did come and help me one day, especially for me. And I think that's more than enough for me, if I look up to him and the bowler he was, and as a person. So he's definitely a role model for all the youngsters, and especially for me, because he helped me a lot.
Very well said, Imran. We come back to now your ODI debut. I believe it was in the 2011 World Cup, which was in India, and where in your first match you picked up 4 wickets against West Indies.
That's right.
So that is where you announced yourself as a white ball player.
It's a bit funny story. I always hear from people, when you make your debut, then you can't sleep, and funny things happen to you. So the night before they announced that I'm playing, and I went to bed early like a good boy, which I always been. But then I went to bed early, and then I thought I'd sleep early. I got up fresh for the game, and then 10 o'clock I was sleeping. And all of a sudden, I got up 11 o'clock after 1 hour. And now I'm thinking why I'm not sleeping. And then that took me till 11 o'clock in the morning. And we had to leave for the game 12 o'clock. And I just didn't know what was happening to me. And then I actually was awake the whole night, whole early morning until 11 o'clock. Like I said, I had my breakfast, tried to sleep again. I couldn't. And then I ended up going to the ground, and then made my debut, and I took 4 wickets. So it was actually kind of dream, but it was very strange. But then I slept well after I made my debut, so which was really a pleasing thing.
And you went on to win that match with AB de Villiers, hammering 100 in that test, in that ODI.
Yes, no, I remember that. Yeah, he scored 100, and then I got 4 wickets, and we won comfortably against West Indies.
I shouldn't be saying this, but had he not scored 100, you should have been the man of the match.
I think I was a bit sad, to be honest with you. I think there was a catch I dropped. Bravo hit back to me. It was a difficult caught and ball. I grabbed it, but then it came out from my hand, and because I fell on the pitch. I think if I took that was probably just took over AB's 100. But I think it was a special 100. AB de Villiers, if he's getting the award, you can't argue with that. But look, I just made my debut, so I was hoping that it was kind of a dream debut. I think 4th or 5th best debut for South Africa ever. That's what they told me after when we were in the huddle, when we won the game. So that was quite pleasing. But look, you always want to be first game man of the match. I think probably dream thing you're talking.
I think West Indies was one of your favorite teams to bowl, because you also took 7 wickets against them in one of the matches.
Yes, it was in St. Kitts. I remember I took 7 wickets. I was bowling with Shamsi. He was bowling from other end, and he was bowling really well. and we really close and very good friends. And I did tell him, I said, listen, you're bowling better than me. I'm going to show you the point, who's the boss. And then he was laughing. We were having dinner after the game. And then I said, I was very jealous why you were bowling so well. And that's why I had to bring my A game to defeat you. So yeah, then we hug each other. He congratulated me. But look, end of the day, I was more pleased than it was my personal achievement, which is very pleasing. It stays with you all your life. But I think it was more for my team that we won that game. And I was the first South African bowler who got 7 wickets in one ODI. So it was really, really pleasing for me, personal achievement. I mean, you get the great Donalds, Pollocks, and all other great bowlers South Africa had. And beating them and get 7 wickets was some achievement. So yeah, look, I'm really grateful to Allah Pak that happened, and I was the guy who did it.
You have an exceptional record in ODI cricket: 107 matches, 173 wickets, and an economy of less than 5. What else you can ask from a leg spinner?
Yes, look, first of all, I'm really grateful to Allah Pak, and then I'm grateful to my well-wishers. All started from my parents to my family, my brothers, sisters, my wife, who hardly see me at home. I've been away 6 months a year. It's not easy, and it's easy to say in 1 minute, but we forget these people who make a lot of sacrifices for us. And like I said, all my well-wishers, all my friends, people who helped me in my cricket. To say that, I also have to mention my hard work. I am a kind of guy who believe in that, and I am very loyal to my training, because in the age I'm playing professional cricket, people retired, and I've seen so many. They retired and they're playing. They become coaches and stuff like that. But I always think that if Allah give me the opportunity and I keep myself fit, and if I can do well whoever I'm playing for, and why not? I only have one opportunity. And that's the goal I have, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying to play as long as I can, as long as I'm fit, like I said, and I'm looking good in the ground. I'm fielding well for my team, and I'm bowling well for them. So I think it's all the hard work, and all the captains I played under. I really want to give them credit, because they understand what I wanted from them. And I did listen to them, even though I'm a leg spinner, and leg spinners are very naughty. They like to bowl their own stuff because they're always looking for wickets. But look, playing for South Africa and playing, like I mentioned to you, especially home series, playing in Australia, England, the pitches are more flatter than you play in subcontinent. So you have to listen to your captain, and you don't want to see your captain absent. Otherwise, I won't be I won't be getting so many wickets what I've got.
Tell me something about your celebration. When you take a wicket, you are running faster than a sprinter. What's behind it? We all enjoy your celebration.
I've been asked this question many times before. I feel like it's the passion for the game and the respect I have for the game. All the hurdles I had to cross and come over where I wanted to be. It's been a tough journey. It's very, very easy to say that in few seconds or few minutes to you, but then I know what I've been through. And look, everyone goes through like that. It's not that I don't want to feel sorry for myself, but then I work hard, and Allah Pak rewarded me, so that's the most pleasing thing for me. I never ever think to give up, even though I started working in the shop. I used to pack people's food in the grocery store, which I'm very proud of, because then I learned about life, and that's where I went into cricket for a trial, and then my life changed because I did well and I got picked. And then since then, I've been in the game where I wanted to be, and where I started earning a little bit extra money for myself and for my family. So look, I think there is many other things in my life. Losing your parents is not easy, and then I lost them before I played international cricket, especially my mother, just before I made my debut, 3 months before she passed away. These things happen to everyone, but like I said, I was a guy who had dreams, because it was my family's wish, my wife's wish to be who I wanted to be, and show the world the ability I have. and the passion I have. And plus, I always wanted to be loyal to the game and want to play the game in the manner it should be played. Sometime I got angry during the matches because I think I'm human, but I think that's the aggression because I wanted to win, and that happened in any sport. And other than that, I just want to say sorry if I like offend anyone, but it didn't mean anything bad apart of just because I wanted to win for my team and I wanted to do well. And I think that's what all my celebration story is behind. Obviously, these things what I told you. I used to do that when I was playing club cricket in England. So if you go to the club I was playing 15 years ago, they will tell you, because I actually used to run outside the ground, and the ground wasn't so big, which is good. Otherwise, I had to run a lot. But look, yeah, I want to enjoy my cricket. I want to enjoy every wicket I take. And like I said, wherever I play, because I want to do really, really well, whoever I'm going to play for. And make sure I pay the respect, because it's not if some team will have you. And that's why, like you mentioned earlier, I played for so many teams. It could be holidays for us, you end up playing in Caribbean, you end up playing in England and Dubai, wherever. It's a good facilities where you're going to play. But I am a kind of guy who need to think the person who have me and who bought me in the auction, he have trust in me. So I need to be loyal, and I need to show him, look, I am loyal to the to what you asked me for, and I'm gonna give you the 100%. Performance never is gonna be in my hand, and it's never in any sportsman hand, because only thing you can do is to be loyal and trying to perform as well as you can.
Trust me, Imran, everybody in the world loves your celebration. It's like a young child who's got a reward after getting a wicket and is showing his or expressing his happiness. We all love it.
No, that's, I'm very pleased because people like that all over the world. Like you mentioned, I'm thankful to you as well. Like you said that you like it. But look, it's a pure passion. I don't practice for this. I don't know what I do when I take a wicket. Yes, when I see it, it looks funny, but I also enjoy it because, that's how I am. And I think that makes me different than anyone else, because when I was growing up, that's my story. I am the running man, I'm the running man for my goals, and I'm still running. So inshallah, if I keep working hard, that's going to happen to everybody. The great legends had to left the game. So, I can't even compare myself to them. But then if I have to leave the game, I want to leave the game on a good note, that I will be playing well, but then I feel like, not, this is the time for some other youngsters to come in the team, and I'm not giving my 100% to the team I'm playing for. And I think it should be time I look to do something else. I start obviously helping the youngsters, and obviously trying to help them for their future, rather than I'm obviously keep getting greedy and thinking about myself.
To all my viewers, we are talking to 41-year-old Imran Tahir, who's got the energy of a youngster. And if I don't talk about T20 cricket, who at this age also is able to give his 100%. Imran, your first excellent spell was against New Zealand, where you took 5 wickets.
It was one of the, yes, definitely the best T20 match I played for. We only had the one tour T20 match against New Zealand, and everyone was jet lagged. We had it was 30 hours flight, and we just played a series before that. So I think we played the last game of the previous series, and I think we jump on the plane, I think after 1 or 2 days, and it's a long journey to New Zealand. We got there, so we had a good score. But then there was an IPL auction the day after. We were playing that game. I think the next morning was the auction. I was just pumped, as I always been, for the game, because I knew it's only one game. But I was also sad because it was Auckland, where we obviously, for me, it's the smallest ground in world cricket, and I hate it as a spinner. The game started and I ended up getting 5 wickets. For me, it was one of the biggest achievements for me, because New Zealand, they're a very good team at home. It's very hard to beat them, but we beat them comfortably in that game. And like I said, I'm very pleased. I took obviously personally 5 wickets, but it was more important for my team to run that match, and we won by 1-0 in that series.
You mentioned about IPL, so it wouldn't be fair on my part if I don't talk about IPL. I have seen that you played for Delhi in the year 2014 to 2015, then for Pune 2016 to 2017, and from 2018 to 2020 for CSK under MS Dhoni. So let me just straight jump to the point. Playing under MS Dhoni, how has been your experience? All our listeners would love to listen to this.
Look, this is something like my celebration. I don't have to practice. The first thing you ask me this question come to my mind. Look, what a special man, and I have a lot of respect for him. The day I met him, because I always been watching him on TV and never had a chance to play with him, and I met him when I got picked for Pune. And actually, I was quite nervous. I didn't know how to react, but I was amazed that I was outside my room door, and he came to me from his room door, and he said, "Imran bhai, welcome, and this is my room. We sit here. You're more than welcome. You can come anytime." And it was one of the best thing, I think, probably hear from the legend, from Mr. Dhoni. And then I was like, listen, if you're offering me that, I'm definitely coming to your room and visit that. Because I want to be in your company and learn about cricket and about how you achieve all these things. And I did that, like I said, it was very kind of him. And that was the first time I met him, like personally, talking to him. And we used to go to his room, and we still go, because he got a lot of mangoes come in his room from all over the world, and we love to eat that, all of us. So it's very kind of him, because anything comes in his room, he offer to everybody, and then we go and we eat. It's been a special journey with him, and I really hope that I get a chance to spend another year or 2 or 3 years till I'm playing. I play with him, and then I make my journey a little bit more special, my especially T20 cricket.
Will definitely will. But there's one moment I remember where he had a sprint along with your son and Shane Watson's son, and then he carried your son, and that is also very epic. Can you tell us more about it?
Look, it's obviously, as a father, for me, it's a very special thing. He's always been like that. Like I mentioned, he's such a down-to-earth guy, and he does that with all the kids. But that day, because Shane Watson's son, he born in Australia, grew up in Australia, and he was a little bit taller than Gibran and strong, like his dad. So he was gonna beat easily to Gibran, and so Dhoni bhai helped Gibran out and won that race for him. So I think he still remember that, and he watches the video. And CSK is the only team whose song Gibran still remember, and he sings that in the car. And then that's what shows, like, it's really close to our heart, the CSK family and the CSK franchise, because even the kids sing that song, then that they feel the love, and that's how you remember things, and that's what they remember.
So what separates CSK from the rest of the franchise? Why has it been so successful? We also know Mumbai is, but CSK is one team which has made it to the knockouts of almost all the IPL so far.
I just feel that we're very professional team, and that's led from the owner till the management, and we got the best captain in the world, and then that's how we manage all the things so well, because we got no pressure as a players. We win, we lose, but luckily we've got such a good combination where we win most of the games. Like you mentioned, we always win in the knockouts. We never feel like there's a pressure from anyone. We just played our game and we enjoy, and it's a family club. I never feel so comfortable and my family, because every time we go there, they treat us just as their family, and this is something you won't see anywhere. On franchise cricket, there is I never ever I mentioned that first name. CSK is the best franchise I played for, and I have no doubt. Even my family say that. Even you ask my son, he will say that to you. I think what makes special to CSK is, for me, we as a team, I'm talking about, we respect each other. We play really hard and we enjoy our victories, and then even our captain lead us from that song we sing after every game, which make really special, and then it's not the guy who are like the 6-7 main guys in the team. It's like the guy who is he's never played a game for Chennai and he's in the squad. He comes on the front and sings song as well. That's something I want to see in my life, because wherever I want to play cricket, you want to see your youngsters. They should be leading in future, and that's what they're teaching them, So one day you're going to be here, front, and obviously lead from the front. I know, I mean, today you are sitting on the back row, but then they take you on the front. So that's actually paying respect to every sports person who's playing for Chennai Super King. And that's, for me, that's make it very special. And that's why we want to play hard, you know. I, I still want to improve my fielding, because I know if anything, if the crucial catch come to me, I'll be able to dive, you know. So I mean, you know, it's amazing experience been playing for CSK, and I appreciate the opportunities from other franchises as well. But like I said, you know, it's just a very special feeling when you play for CSK.
Absolutely right, Imran. You mentioned about the management, and you have one of the coolest captain, but as also the coolest coach in Stephen Fleming.
Yes, that's right, Sir Kasi, and we've got the management under him. But like I said, you know, we never hear from them anything, because there is no pressure. You know, if you're winning or we losing, coach record speak for itself. I don't have to say anything. He's one of the coolest guy, a very professional, very good coach, and he's got a very professional staff around him, and they help each other and they help us, you know. Which is very good to see. And like I said, team culture is so strong and very good. We respect each other, we enjoy, we play hard, and we enjoy our victories.
Now, before I come to the 2018 win with the CSK, the 2019 loss to Mumbai in Hyderabad by 1 run.
Look, it was heartbreaking. We, I think, won almost every game in the IPL. We beat all the big teams. Some of them we beat twice. So it's very heartbreaking. I think you stay with your family for 6 to 8 weeks in the battle, and then you lose the battle by 1 run. And end of the day, if it's 1 run, you still come second. But look, for me, I have no doubt. We did what we could. We give everything for our team, all of us. I did mention to you, see, result is never going to be in our hands. Only thing in our hand is we need to work hard, respect the culture, and what we've been told, we need to do that. So that was one of those games, you know, we could win easily, because if Shardul he had to bat, and if he have to bat in future matches, we seen him in past, he hit, that's why he hit a lot of sixes, so that's why he went to bat. And unfortunately, look, Malinga, he bowled a very good ball, and he's one of the best bowler in the world. But I mean, you know, he handled the pressure well, and they won it. But look, it was heartbreaking. I was very sad, personally, as all the other our family members and all the families, CSK management, because you come so close and you come second. But look, we really up for it, and every loss you learn from it, and then you carry on. You know, that's what life teaches you. And then we were really looking forward this year, but then obviously with the COVID, everything changed. But we're hoping that if IPL happen, we're gonna come back. And as we're gonna put the yellow jersey, we are ready to go again.
So when in 2018 CSK came back into IPL by the name of CSK, it was said that it's the team of the oldies, and you proved everybody wrong by winning that title in 2018 when we all beat the Hyderabad team in the finals.
Yes, look, it's very easy to make comments like that. You know, I remember that. Because they did say that. Actually, they said that we were going to be the last on the list, and we end up winning that. So that shows you our culture, how strong we are mentally, if we're not physically, if we're not good fielders, but we know our strengths. And that's what I said to you earlier. If you know your strengths, you know how to win that battle, just staying in your strength. You don't have to copy no one. You just need to be a little bit clever. You listen to your captain, you listen to your manager, your coaches, what you've been told to do. And if you follow that, your success will follow you, because there is no replacement of hard work. And that's what we do, you know. But we cannot guarantee results. But I mean, you know, we've been consistent, and that's our record shows, like you mentioned earlier. You can see CSK always been here and there, always in quarterfinal, semi-final, final. And then because we do what we've been told.
Now, I had actually forgotten to ask you one very important game in your ODI career. I remember that 2015 epic semi-final in Auckland against New Zealand. And we all know how the match ebbed and flowed. And unfortunately, South Africa lost after Elliott hit that six on the second last ball of Dale Steyn.
Yeah.
And I believe almost all the South African players were into tears. Tell us something. How was it, Imran?
Look, it was very sad. That was a very emotional game for me. Very emotional. I think I've never been that emotional in my life. Because what happened was our schedule was we played one game in New Zealand, 2 games in Australia, coming back to New Zealand, going back to Australia. And our schedule was very tough. And then, like I said, when you're in the battle for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, and then you're coming back and playing here and then going back again. And it's like a whole day journey going back to New Zealand and going back to Australia. It was very tough on body. It was, traveling is never easy. Then you have to pick up your bags, this, that. And it was a lot of things which we fought with. But the main thing was the semi-final, which we were really up for. And unfortunately, we came second in that. And look, we tried we did what we could, but I think nothing we can do now, because it's gone and it's there. But it always gonna be in my heart. I think I strongly believe that was the team who was gonna lead South Africa to win the World Cup first time if that happened. If we won that, because we were playing fantastic cricket. We had everything the team needed to win any trophy in any competition.
If inshallah, if the 2020 T20 World Cup happens, we have heard that Imran Tahir will be a part of that squad with Graham Smith and Boucher probably taking care of the selection. I sincerely hope that Imran Tahir and South Africa will do wonders, whether the tournament happens this year or next year, and South Africa will come out trumps in that tournament.
Yeah, definitely. We've got totally different team than now, which was 4 years ago, 8 years ago. We've got a lot of youngsters with some senior players in. Look, I love to see myself going into that. I've been working really hard, and I'm really grateful and thankful to our new director, Graham Smith, who's been absolute legend and best captain for South Africa and in the world. So he obviously, if they have a trust in me and they think that I can do something special for South Africa, I am working hard towards it. And I've been, obviously, like I said to you, I don't want to take things for granted, because I am one of the senior players in the if I will get picked, I will be in the squad, and then I need to show the youngsters that I am as hungry as them. So if that's how I can see myself going into it, definitely I'm preparing myself, and I would like to be there, and then I would like to win it for South Africa if that happens.
Wonderful. We've had a superb conversation with Imran Tahir. We'll finish it up with the quick fire questions. Imran, I'm going to ask you some dodgy questions, something which will come to know how Imran can duck or probably give me an answer. All right, Imran?
Okay.
The most difficult batsman to bowl in T20, Chris Gayle or Andre Russell?
Chris Gayle.
AB de Villiers or Virat Kohli? AB de Villiers. Lahori chana or Murk Lahori kadai? Your favorite dish?
Lahori chana.
Tell me something about Bollywood. Your favorite Bollywood actor? Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, Salman Khan, and anybody else whom you fancy?
Yes, I would like to meet Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan. All the Khans, actually. Amir Khan as well.
Nice. So, if Imran Tahir wouldn't have been a leg spinner, what would have been? What profession you would have been into?
I was still going to be a leg spinner.
You have already answered me this question, but I'm going to still ask for my viewers. The best league you have played? IPL, PSL, Big Bash, CPL?
IPL.
Hashim Amla, or you're going to talk about MS Dhoni as the coolest or calmest player?
It's a very tough one, but I give Hashim Bhai, I think, first, and then Mahi Bhai second.
Very well said. Very well said. See, these are all questions, and everybody has different opinions, but there's nothing wrong that if you say about one player, nobody gets offended. You're just having your opinions. My last question, Imran Tahir, 2020 World Cup, if it happens, who will win the 2020 World Cup?
South Africa, definitely, for sure.
Super. We've had a superb conversation. Imran Tahir has spoken from his heart, and I trust me, listeners, the youngsters, this guy has come up of age. At the age of 41, he's going strong, and it's for all of us to learn to see his emotions on the ground, off the field. Imran Tahir, the legend, thank you very much for giving us your time. We had a wonderful, wonderful conversation.
Thank you very much, Anis bhai. Thank you very much. I wish everyone all the best, and please stay safe and follow the rule and regulation. Thanks for having me, Anis bhai. Very kind.